feel like the Ravens are in a really good spot. They could get better. They could add pieces.
A lot of the media is thinking that they're the best team in the league now.
They could be. Would they think they'd be the best team if they added Devante Adams too?
Yes.
Look, it does not seem that he's going to come to Baltimore. However, apparently the Ravens have inquired about it. And Davante Adams, talking with James Jones and Amber Theo Harris, kind of talked about what he valued of playing in possibly in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson or chasing records to be a Hall of Famer. So let's put that clip real quick.
Listen, you could either play on a team where Lamar Jackson is the quarterback and you're guaranteed a Super Bowl, but as the leading receiver, you might have 858-yard season like Zay Flowers did, max. Or you could go to a team like Miami, Dallas, Detroit, where, they're slinging that thing. I know 2 of those have been eliminated, so they're not going to the Super Bowl, but they're slinging that thing. And perhaps your Hall of Fame career is solidified.
You have CD Lamb, 1,700.
Hey, look. Hey, CD did his thing, and
yes, he did.
I won't take no credit, but I did get on I Am Athlete and tell y'all boys CD was a top 5 receiver, and everybody was trying to give me backlash and all that. And I said, okay. I said Mike Evans, he went in there and did what he did again. So I ain't gonna get into that. But I would say right now, man, I've had big seasons, man. To me, it's like, this is a long-winded answer, but to me, I think it's funny that we judge who's the best receiver off of who has the most yards anyway, because not everybody's getting the same targets. The offense ain't the same. Like that shouldn't be what's like. To me, if you have 1,300 and somebody has 15 and a half, to me, you can have a better season than them with that 1,300, depending on what the touchdown and just how it looked, whatever you did. So I've had big seasons. I don't necessarily need the 1,700. That would feel great. And now if you told me I was gonna get the record, I might have to think about something different. If you said 2K, then that might be a little different. I have to think about it. But if you're giving me a bowl and I get to get out there with Dub and Lamar and have fun, boys be having, I think I might take that 900 and keep it. Give me 10 tugs and I'm good.
So the part there is, all right, you want chasing the numbers, you're chasing a ring. This is all hypotheticals, of course, right? Because we know that Baltimore's passing game or how they do, they are run first still. Why wouldn't you be, Zach? Why? Who's in the backfield?
Got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, most dynamic backfield
in football.
I was going to go a step further and say quite possibly we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Justice Hill.
Yeah, the glue who keeps it all together.
You know what? He's actually been great this year.
Imagine when Keaton Mitchell comes back.
But then where to go? But that's the crazy. Right, talented player, talented player. So
give them all.
The cap space situation. I don't think that's going to happen with Baltimore with Davante Adams. But it makes you think. Now, the spot everyone talks about is the Jets. Jets, Jets. Why? Aaron Rodgers, the reunion. Which that offense is still Magoo. They haven't put it together. There's a lot of issues there. The cadences, a lot of false starts, a lot of. Which apparently is an issue, not an issue, and all that stuff. So, in general, it looks like Jets, Saints, but we're going to have to sit and wait here. But I don't think the Ravens have the cap space, to be honest. And that's it. You guys doing okay?
Yeah. We got some guests coming in.
I know. I wanted to try to get through the segment here real quickly.
This is –
So, the other part here also, just to throw it in, is his preferred destinations. Was he'd be open to playing for a lot of teams and teams that have expressed interest, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Saints, and the Jets, just to name a few. The Saints, why people say it, which they are in cap hell. But the reason why they say it is because his boy, Derek Carr, is down there, who they traded, who he wanted to play with initially when he went to Vegas.
Yeah.
So, guys, I mean, I just don't see the fit. I think the Ravens should inquire. Every team should inquire. But it doesn't seem like Davante that's in the cards here, right? The only other one is maybe would the Commanders make sense?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that
Scary
they
Terry.
should.
Yeah, there's enough talent on the receiving corps for.
I think there's a better chance of the Commanders than the Ravens. I see no chance the Ravens going to make this move because I think it's one of those points where we've seen what this offense can be with Derrick Henry, with Lamar Jackson being the Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson show.
I think the Saints is more likely than the Commanders.
Yeah, well, I think his top two destinations were Saints and Jets, so it's going to be the Jets. If he goes to a team, it's going to be the Jets. I think it's the obvious answer. He wants to go play with Rodgers again. Rodgers wants him to come back. The biggest loser in all of that's Garrett Wilson, who will just already having a tough season finding touches. If Davante comes there, Garrett Wilson legitimately might fall to wide receiver 3 behind Aaron's boys of Davante and Allen Lazard.
The Lazard upbringing again. And they also have Mike Williams. It's a crowded group.
Maybe even 4th because Breece Hall's getting a lot of touches in the passing game. So as someone who drafted Garrett Wilson in a league, 9th overall, we're feeling pretty bad about if Davante goes there, throwing the towel in.
And the other part here, why the Jets would make sense, they went all in. They went all in when they got Aaron Rodgers. They have a roster to win now.
Yeah.
Rodgers is saying he's playing for this year and next year. They think it's the opening here. Now, where you think Devante Adams is, I still think he's still one of the best wide receivers, but he's getting older as far as receivers are concerned. So we'll see what will happen there. But yeah, no, don't think Baltimore. Commanders could do it, but do you want to add that too? Do you think that they're ready to make that leap? I do like the nucleus that they've created there, and it's a good synergy that they have. But I guess we'll find out. It just feels like if Davante has a choice, it's going to one of his guys, and it looks like, or if it's not, please just don't go to Kansas City.
Yeah.
If it goes, if he goes to Kansas City,
Raiders already said no.
Thank God.
Yeah, Raiders taking one for the NFL and saying that they have no interest in trading him to Kansas City because of in division. Thank you, because that would be atrocious.
If that happens, and I would be curious from a fan's perspective, but they also just shipped a guy out because of situations. If Davante went to Buffalo, I'd be intrigued with him with Josh Allen. Wouldn't like it for the AFC, but also you just shipped him out there because you wanted to try to change your style. Now, make no mistake, Davante Adams and Josh Allen would be fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to watch those two, just not against Baltimore.
Correct.
So we'll see where that ends up. But Davante Adams, that's the hot name right there. Doesn't look like he's playing in week 5 because of his hammy, or the rest of them could be both. And if you have him on your fantasy team like I do, you're looking at different options here. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show, do it every Monday and Thursday.